We have to start treating them as armed terrorist organizations, not simply drug dealing organizations.
It is the latest escalation in the Trump administration's battle to topple Latin American drug cartels. The administration now preparing for the possibility of using military force against them. U.S. officials confirming this escalation in policy months after the administration designated the Sinaloa cartel and several others as foreign terrorist organizations. And NewsNation correspondent Jorge Ventura joining us live in San Antonio with this. Jorge, can you help break down what this change in policy means in the fight against the cartel?
Hey, Natasha. Well, Secretary of State Marco Rubio said that the Trump administration will target drug cartels the same way they target terrorist groups like Al-Qaeda and ISIS, and will deploy resources. And now we do know that the U.S. military has been given the green light to strike cartels on foreign soil. And all this comes as the U.S. military continues to expand their military operations here on the southern border.
We cannot continue to just treat these guys as local street gangs. They have weaponry that looks like what terrorists, in some cases armies have. They control territory in many cases. So what it changes is it gives us legal authorities to target them in ways you can't do if they're just a bunch of criminals. It's no longer a law enforcement issue. It becomes a national security issue.
Now, that approach is playing out on the ground. National defense areas already stretch across more than 500 miles of borderland in Texas, Arizona, and New Mexico. Troops in these zones can detain migrants and charge them with federal crimes, part of a deployment that's already grown to over 7,600 service members along the border.
But it allows us to now target what they're operating and to use other elements of American power, intelligence agencies, the Department of Defense, whatever.
And this isn't the first time the idea of military action against cartels has been floated. Former Defense Secretary Mark Esper wrote in his book that during President Trump's first term, he asked about targeting cartel leaders directly, even on foreign soil. Back in February, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth said that all options are on the table when it comes to dismantling these cartels, though other Trump administration officials have said they'd prefer Mexico handle the issue first.
Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth also adding that this is the first time that the U.S. military has brought the fight to the cartels by having them stationed right here on the border and expanding those national defense areas. The next challenge, though, will be, Natasha, is will Mexico allow those U.S. forces to conduct any type of strikes or targets on Mexican soil? That answer still remains to be seen, Natasha.
And what Scheinbaum's reaction would be to all of it. Jorge Ventura with that live report in San Antonio. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.